Nigerian Labour Congress declares nationwide strike from Wednesday. The Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) has declared nationwide strike from next Wednesday amid fuel crisis in the country following the abrupt removal of the controversial subsidy by the federal government of Nigeria. This is part of the resolutions reached at the meeting of the National Executive Council of the Congress on Friday in Abuja. The decision was announced by NLC President Joe Ajaero after the emergency meeting. Ajaero said the government, particularly the Nigerian National Petroleum Company (NNPC) Limited, had up until Wednesday next week to revert to the old price of petrol. It was reported that NNPC had, in a press statement signed by Gabardine Mohammed, the Chief Corporate Communications Officer, stated that it has adjusted pump prices of premium motor spirit (PMS), commonly referred to as fuel, across its retail outlets in line with current market realities. The statement went further to state that prices will continue to fluctuate to reflect market dynamics and assure customers that NNPC Limited is committed to ensuring a ceaseless supply of products. Although the statement did not indicate the current prices of fuel at its retail outlets, NNPC has started selling petrol above 500 naira hours before it released the statement. The meeting between the NLC and the Trade Union Congress (TUC) and the federal government had ended in deadlock. The subsidy removal has caused a ripple effect on costs of transportation across the country, as transport workers now buy petrol at a higher rate after queuing for long hours at filling stations. This is not a good news at all for NLC to go on strike, even like maybe day 4 of Tinubu's regime. Sincerely, I faulted President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, even declaring that subsidy has been removed. We call something inaugural speech. You are now saying that subsidy has been removed. He does not need to say that. There's another that says that wisdom is profitable to direct. Is it the Bible? Fine. This is your government. For 4 years, you know what they're going to do. You don't need to say some things to the populace. You're saying it even before even ending what you've said. You see that NLC, I'm not NLC, I beg your pardon. We see that the marketers, petrol marketers, NNPC have started holding fuel. The first stations have started closing down. They started holding fuel, and this has really caused a chaos in the country. Sincerely, this is not a good time for Nigerians. We are happy that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president, is being elected, been inaugurated with no cause for alarm, and we are happy that finally we've seen a president that understands the plight of Nigerians. But why will he declare on his inaugural speech? It is so wrong, and we can see what this has caused. Even the subsidy is supposed to remove at the end of this June towards July. Imagine, he has not even removed it, and we can see what's already happening. What if he now declares that his removal will fuel be sold at 700 naira? Imagine, some places fuel is sold at 700 naira, 600 naira. So no wonder, and even NLC even met the presidency, and the meeting ended in deadlock. Tinubu said there's no going back, but NLC said there's going to be an indefinite strike starting from next week Wednesday, and that next week Wednesday, and the date is the 7th of June 2023. I don't think that's what we need now, because we have a lot of problems in Nigeria in which we expect the new government to tackle. They said even the rich people are also so pained with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu removing the subsidy. And some people even say that it is even controversial. Well, from my side, if you show BC membership card in any transaction, be it transport or whatever, you will give you automatic 50% discount. This is wrong. Somebody said it. The person is mocking that we are saying Emilokon. Nobody voted for Article. Fine, people voted, but we didn't want Tiku and Peter Obi to win the presidential candidates of People's Democratic Party and Labour Party. So because you say Emilokon, everybody trooped to give him the mandate, and we can see what's already happening now. When I bought the bus this morning coming to work, people started mocking, even Yorubas, that he said Emilokon, and we've seen what's there, Atini Kotokon. We've seen Ike, we've seen removal of subsidy. We've seen things happening all around, flying all around. And sincerely, this is not something that is welcome. Now, do you even actually think that who are the people? Are we told that what the people that will benefit from the subsidy? Most of the money is going to the pockets of few Nigerians. Now, the more subsidy, that percentage, trillion of naira, is going to the pocket of just a few, like a pinch of Nigerians. Sincerely, this is not right. A lot of people were saying trekking. A lot of people didn't even going to work out because they don't have the money. People are complaining and lamenting that there's already increase in fuel price. Now, a bus that is supposed to buy for 500 naira is now like 1,000 naira, 800 naira. Sincerely, this is not right. Sincerely. Peter Obi clearly explained what the government had to do before removing or even reducing subsidy. He said it. But our local rigging drug dealer, so according to somebody, I'm not calling Tinubu drug dealer, but somebody said Tinubu is a drug dealer, didn't even think deep and showed his incompetence on the first day of office. He showed his incompetence. This is so bad and so wrong. Fine, let's wait. If NLC should back on strike on Wednesday, that is the 7th day of June 2023, let's see, maybe federal government of Nigeria and the president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, will reverse what they said, but we've known Tinubu to be an adamant politician. Tinubu is rare for Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu to go back on his words. Tinubu, that's why we call it Jagaban. He's a kingmaker. He's somebody who does not fear anyone. He's somebody that can face anybody. We saw how we faced Olusegun Obasanjo during the regime of Obasanjo. We saw that Tinubu really faced him. He wasn't afraid when other governors were fidgeting, other governors were shaking. Even allocation did not go for the federal to state, but Tinubu wholeheartedly supplied the allocation of Lagos State, because Lagos State itself is like a mega city. And so when NLC embarks on strike, let's see what the government has to say. Maybe the government will say that maybe they are not tired, and maybe when they tire, they will go back. But this is uncalled for. 185 naira petroleum per liter, going for 500 naira, going for 600 naira. Who can survive it? And that does not mean there will be an increment in salary. Sincerely, those who are living in Friday, I don't know how they can survive at this crucial time. Anyway, we hope for the best, and we see what NLC has really come to the rescue of Nigerians. And let's see if people stay at home, and we see that that the government is not budging. We don't know the next step to take. It happened during the Jonathan's regime when subsidy was removed, or it was reduced. We saw what happened. There was chaos in the country. We saw that they were struggling about the country for weeks, like 2 weeks thereabout. And let's see what will happen in 2 weeks to Tinubu's regime.